Hey everybody, welcome back. This is a start of a new series, a brief one, but a series nonetheless, inspired by Jeff Whitcher, um, who, if you don't know Jeff, I'll put his video or his channel below. Everybody knows Jeff. He's funny. Um, he's the class clown of YouTube, if you will, and yeah, just a great guy. He's given me some nice gifts, some VCLT, and yeah, I like Jeff a lot. Um, but Jeff just recently did a series of videos, which a lot of people have done, but I've never really felt the need to do it because it was hard for me to fathom doing this. And what he did was he ranked his 100 favorite albums. Now I'm gonna probably go in the same direction that Jeff did. I will not have any compilations in this. I don't have any live albums, so I think I'm going to be doing another couple of videos for live albums. It'll be a much shorter series, but anyway, this is the first in the series. This is going to be 100 to 91, and forgive me if I miscount, what have you. But I'm going to start with number 100 here. And this is an album by Steve Martin. Yes, the comedian Steve Martin. This is his album, The Crow. This was put out in 2009. It's a country and bluegrass record. Steve Martin is a renowned banjo player. You've got all sorts of great guests on here like Mary Black, Vince Gill, Dolly Parton, Tim O'Brien, Earl Scruggs. Um, and then it's produced by John McEwen of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, who actually was a roommate to Steve Martin when they were going to school together. Just a wonderful album. Great, like really pretty ballads on here. Some, nice instrumentals, a couple of funny songs. Steve Martin does one song that he actually sings called Late for School, which is a really funny song. Check out that song. But one of my grandparents' favorite songs is on here called Pretty Flowers. It's the duet with Vince Gill and Dolly Parton. So just a really fun album. And really, it's a pretty serious album with the extent of just the one song. So you should definitely check it out. The Crow by Steve Martin. Number 99. Let's jump right into some jazz from the bluegrass. Solo Monk by Thelonious Monk. This is a great album. It's just Thelonious Monk, as you might can tell, playing his piano, and I've seen a lot of people talk about this CD before. You can kind of hear him, breathing and playing the piano. They're all fairly short tracks. So the album proper has 12 tracks. This one has 21 with bonus tracks, but he does some of the standards like Dina, These Foolish Things Remind Me of You. I'm Confessing That I Love You. Just some great stuff. It's just great solo piano jazz music. So Solo Monk, number 99. And then let's jump into Christmas music, number 98. This is the Beach Boys Christmas album. Of course, this is the original lineup of the Beach Boys, 1964. This has their big hit on it, Little Saint Nick, which was essentially a rewriting of Little Deuce Coupe. Essentially, the first half of the album is originals. That's the word. You have The Man with All the Toys, Santa's Beard, Merry Christmas Baby, Christmas Day. I think with Merry Christmas Baby, that's is that Al Jardine's first vocal that he did? I'm trying to remember. Don't hold me to that. I know for sure Al Jardine had his first vocal on this record. Yeah, Christmas Day. So, which is covered later by She and Him, which I've talked about them before. But yeah, number 98 is the Beach Boys Christmas album. Just great, great stuff. All right, the first classic album on my list. This is Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen. Of course, this was his 1984 masterpiece, if you will. It's probably his most commercially successful album. I believe it is. It was on the charts forever. I have my dad to thank for this one. He gave this to me, I think, when I was about in 8th grade. It's essentially, greatest hits. You've got Born in the USA, Cover Me, Darlington County, I'm on Fire, I'm Going Down, Glory Days, Dancing in the Dark. So, it's just a fantastic album. I know Bruce Springsteen fans, like the diehards, are hit or miss on it, but as a casual Springsteen fan, I love it. 97, right? No, 96. Harvest Moon, which is an album that I play a lot this time of year. This is Neil Young. Um, Probably the thing that keeps it so low is the last track is incredibly long and it's live, called Natural Beauty. But you have the great opening track, Unknown Legend, about a motorcycle rider. Uh, from Hank to Hendrix is great. And then, of course, Harvest Moon is on here. Um, War of Man. You have great background vocals by James Taylor, Linda Ronstadt. It's kind of a sequel to Harvest. So, yeah, Harvest Moon, 97. 96. I'm sorry. Good night. This is going to be hard. All right, number 95. Glenn Calloway. I know you'll appreciate this. This is Will the Circle Be Unbroken by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. This was the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band they were a country slash country rock group that brought together a lot of the old bluegrass and country singers. They have members of the Carter family on here. You have Roy Acuff. You have Doc Watson. Gosh, who else is on here? Norman Blake, Vassar Clements, Jimmy Martin, Merle Travis, Earl Scruggs, and then of course the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, and then just really really great music. I mean, it's a ton of tracks on here, 2-disc. Yeah, I mean, you got stuff on here like Black Mountain Rag, Tennessee Stud, Dark as a Dungeon, You Are My Flower, I Am a Pilgrim, Lost Highway, Wabash Cannonball, Earl's Breakdown. Just, if you like any kind of bluegrass or country, please, please, please get this album. You will not regret it. 94, another Christmas album. Ella Fitzgerald, Ella Wishes You a Swinging Christmas. Yeah, I mean, it's just a classic jazz album. Even if you hate Christmas music, it's just great jazz. Obviously, at this point, Ella Fitzgerald was already in her 60s, I think. And it was crazy because, she had that voice that didn't sound like it at all. But a lot of these are still played on the radio. Her version of Jingle Bells, where she finishes it, I'm just crazy about horses, kind of like that. No, that's Sleigh Ride, excuse me. No, it is Jingle Bells, I'm sorry. But you got, Sleigh Ride, What Are You Doing New Year's Eve, big hit for Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Just perfect jazz vocalizations from Ella Fitzgerald. So Ella Wishes You a Swinging Christmas. Number 93, let's bring back the jazz, another classic album, A Love Supreme by John Coltrane. I've really loved this album. I know a lot of people have issues with John Coltrane, with him being kind of harder to listen to. If people always compare, the two best jazz albums as, Kinda Blue and then A Love Supreme. Where Kinda Blue was more, smooth jazz, if you will. This was a little bit harder, kind of more free form. But you have guys on here like McCoy Tyner, Elvin Jones, and Jimmy Garrison. So it's an all-star lineup, and it's essentially John Coltrane expressing his religion through song, well, through music. So I Love Supreme. It's John Coltrane's gift to God. That's what he called it. Number 92, kind of an odd choice, but another Springsteen album, Western Stars by Bruce Springsteen. I absolutely love this album. This was released in 2019. It was essentially Bruce Springsteen making a Glenn Campbell record, a Glenn Campbell, Jimmy Webb record. And it's solo Springsteen, so it's not with the E Street Band, but you got these great strings on here. This, orchestration is beautiful, very similar, like, Wichita Lineman kind of stuff. Beautiful songs on here, like Tucson Train, Sleepy Joe's Cafe, Sundown. His voice is just crazy on that, just so good. There goes My Miracle. It's just a beautiful, beautiful record, and I can't recommend it enough. So that's number 92. And then to close out the video, Josh, at the flip side, this is for you. Number 91, Mule Variations by Tom Waits. This was my first really, this is my first big taste of Tom Waits in terms of his more avant-garde style. I knew Closing Time, which might show up later on, who knows. But in terms of like the rougher Tom Waits, I learned the song Come On Up to the House, which is the closing track, through an artist named Sarah Jarosz, an Americana artist. And, I kind of got the album based on that. And then obviously some of the other tracks are nothing like that. Songs like Big in Japan, uh, Chocolate Jesus, Eyeball Kid, What's He Building in There is kind of a spoken word, creepy Halloween, like what's the mad scientist building in his basement of his house. But you've got some beautiful tracks on here, like classic Tom Waits songs like Hold On, House Where Nobody Lives, Picture in a Frame. Just really great stuff. And obviously he does a lot of co-writing with his wife, Kathleen Brennan. So that's number 91. Tom Waits' 1999 album, Mule Variations. So there you go. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to pumping some more of these videos out so that y'all can enjoy them. In the meantime, y'all be good. Take care. Talk to y'all real soon. Bye now.